What is up, guys? It's Untidy Righty, and today we're going to be playing... Whoops, that's the wrong button. Oh, 98%. Okay, we're going to be playing First Place Rogues. This deck is almost completely foiled out, which is really cool. I've collected a bunch of these foils over time, just in the shop. Most of them are uncommons and stuff, so that's really cool. And yeah, so this is what we're going to be playing. This deck was first place. I think the tournament ended either today or yesterday. I don't quite know because I didn't watch it. But the Callum Championship was started this weekend, and I don't know if it finished this weekend, but yeah. This weekend it was started, and this was the deck that was in first place in the end of it. There was a standard / historic tournament, so their historic deck was Orge of Auras, which I believe we went over pretty recently, so we're going to go over this, which I don't think we've done Rogues in a while, so yeah. Oh, it's not since the new set came out, so. Not much has changed in the main deck. You're going to see your typical rogue creature, your typical creatures, Wind Robber, Crab, Thieves Guild, Soaring. Then you have some removal spells, Drown the Lock, maybe a counter spell here or there, your new draw spells, right? Counter spell, whatnot, lands. Graveyard, sideboard really changed a little bit. I guess more hate on Rogues, because Rogues is also just seeing more play in general. And then there's also Crippling Fear, which is the new board wipe, helping the deck a lot against Mono Red and other decks. So that's really what this deck wants to do. It'll beat Mono Red with this Crippling Fear. And yeah, that's just what we're looking to do, is control the game with our Rogues, draw some really nice have some really nice card draw, and just win the game with our cheap and efficient Rogues that either mill them out or beat them to death. So yeah, that's Rogues, and that's what we're playing. Deck is very simple. That's why I'm not really spending too much time going over it. It's because we've all seen the Rogues deck before. Either we've lost to it or played against it, We've all dealt with the deck before, so. Dog's real excited out there. She's gonna go for a walk. Okay, right, Blueberry? Alright. Dabrowski. Oh, he just did his talking. And he realizes people are getting dressed or like getting putting on jackets and stuff, and he'll go really crazy because he knows the only time when we go out really is to walk in. When we leave our enclave. Opponent's still chilling here, figuring out what to do. Probably going to get some water or something. Talking to his great aunt, I don't know. Talking to his dog. Their dog could be a woman, you never know. Okay, well, we don't have a human in here, which is not very poggers, but this is a completely foiled hand, so we have to keep it, right? Still not bad at all. Into the Store will be most definitely 7 mana. 4 mana, 7 mana. Gotta get them 7 mana Into the Stories. Okay. Oh, I had no audio. That's what I felt like someone was doing. I had to turn this down earlier today. Playing my phone, and it stays turned down. Weird, but okay. All right, Faceless Haven. Could that be Mono Red? Could it be? I don't know. What could it be? Wrong. Okay, so this is Mono Red. Steals a card. Steals a Mystical Dispute. Oh no, guys. He's got a Mystical Dispute. Span and Ripley Bane Crusher. That's a nice flip. Alright, Clearwater Pathway will ETB on the black side, probably. Oh. Really? That's actually kind of nuts. Really? You just flipped and eliminate? Devote. What is this called? Divination. No card. Well, we got out 4 creatures. That's pretty cool. Crab. Lands. Hold up. Drown the Lock. I don't know. Fireblade Charger. Slow. Rob the Rich. Steals another card. What is this guy's luck with the cards he's flipping? Like, he's actually insane. What? Third Into the Story, easy game. No, I played a land first. I'm throwing, chat. I needed that land to mill out 3 cards from him. Would you like to trade, good sir? My Wind Robber for my Wind Robber. Seems like a pretty fair trade. I swear to God, watch this guy just like flip another just like random. Alright, I was gonna say, you flip another like eliminate, I'm gonna scoop on the spot. Even though I can counter it, it's like kind of just rude, you know? If he pops his land here, which is what I want him to do, I'll be very happy. This is a... This man, bro, is like actually funny. The Mystical Dispute is like... I forgot he had this thing. It only cost 1. He's playing the epitome of mono red. He's playing mono red with efficient counter spells tap. And we can't even draw 4 because we screwed up and played the land. This guy's Robber of the Rich flips were actually nuts. Like, I've never seen Robber flips that good, or that ever really even did anything anyway. Like, most Robber was like, okay, sure, yeah, you know, you'll flip the card, cool, like, but dang, this guy's Robber flips were nuts. Alright, this is fine with me. Going straight down to no counter spells and all removal and creatures. And some draw. Not bad at all. Okay. We should have some card draw, some removal. That was such an annoying game where that guy just like perfectly timed all of his things. I think I had to destroy the Robber actually before combat. Yeah, I probably just had to destroy Robber so you can flip a Mystical Dispute. But even then, he still would have got the Embercleave down, but only would have done 2 damage instead of 6, right? So, mulligans. Yeah, I think I would have had a much better chance if I had played the crab and then killed the Robber. Like, if I had just played the crab and the land, he would have had 7 cards in his yard, which would have allowed me to play those into the stories for 4. And the game just would have been much better for us. Not much of a question, really. It just would have been better. Well, we get a free draw. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, we're on mono red. Mono red's a real bad matchup for us, just in the first place. Depends what their sideboard is, and on how much we throw the first game. No, I'm throwing again, chat. If he flips an eliminate, or in a removal spell, I will be so pissed. Oh, okay. He took it into the story, which I actually would have wanted a little bit, even though I'm kind of slow on the marker. This guy. These are both humans, so I just wanted to see what I would draw. Okay, so to deal with this 3/3, I'll probably just hit it with a dead weight, make it a 1/1. If he even finds a 4th land, which he probably is going to. Not. Okay, so I'm assuming he has either like a frostbite or We just need to slow him down. Keep the throwing a thought thief up. If he swings, we won't block, but... Okay. I mean, at least he's milling out our cards, so we can hit him with... Instead, if he thinks we won't block, but this Lurrus is going to be real powerful. We have... Nope. Okay, so assuming you're just going to Phoenix Smash, which will probably end up jumping. Because we can just keep repeatedly getting back things. I don't know, it really just depends, actually. We might need the Death Touch creature. Take 5? I'm taking 5 actually. Okay, sorry, I just need to think there for a second. Kind of clear that... Okay. No, I needed this. I mean, if you have it, you have it, right? Like, not much I can do. Also, I should have been playing a Graveyard Hate card in the list. I should have boarded it in. Expecting this, but it is what it is. My foolishness cost me the game twice. That's really annoying, actually. Like the saddest part about this is if he has like a Frostbite, I'm dead. As I'm not dead, I'm gonna allow him to repeatedly get back a Phoenix of Ash every turn and slowly mill out or exile away his graveyard. It's literally. Why is my mouse weird? Right, so that was, I mean, what we expected to do here, right? Because we have this. What is first? Maybe we can mill him out, but 30 cards like this is gonna be real hard. We do have 2 crabs. So he's at 23, which isn't close enough at all. And we have to attack with these. Just let it get blocked by Torbran. We should have done it first. Should have played a card from the graveyard. That's okay. Yeah, we just need to do that because we needed to not die. And he got back this. Whatever it's called. So yeah, but the real thing is the mills have been pretty toxic for us. Oh, if we had Wind Robber, that'd be cool. So we'll be at 1 if he knows to play the game. As it turns out, he does understand how to play the game. Blocking the crab is a deep because, I mean, like, if we draw land, we're dead anyway. Okay. We kill everything except for Goldspan and Torbran. 2 things that we need. Well, that's not a very nice start. Me throwing 2 games, but that's okay. We'll do better. We'll start. That was just a warm-up game, chat. I'm actually kind of annoyed about myself, but it'll be okay. We'll be fine. kill him. Kill him like a villain. Making it kill him. Card villain. Ironic Velvet, okay. Yay! Maybe time to take a day off from mindset again, chat. Moles to 5 after throwing 2 games in a row. Let's go. Alright, draw some 4 drop. Alright. Hey, this is fine, I guess. It's not like we're gonna be playing against Mono Red again. We're just playing against slightly better. Sure, that's better, I guess. I think I'm gonna divination here, rather than hold up elimination. Ah, never mind. Never mind. Elemental, packing a punch, but it needs to die next turn just in case there's another. We need to hold it just in case he has another out of that. Failed, whatever it calls. Failed passage. Oh, stomp, cool. Stomp! Turn mill. 3 cards in the yard. One more failed passage out. I feel a lot safer doing this now, but I think I'm gonna find an eliminate target end of turn anyway, so. No, we're doing this here. This is about where he hits me with a 3rd brush fire and a 3rd failed passage. Okay, alright. Well, he didn't have the 3rd brush fire at least, but that was actually kind of disgusting. 3 failed passages for 14 cards. Less than 14 if you count the failed passage. That's exactly what I was scared of. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't think his deck plays graveyard cards, so we're gonna play like they don't. Alright, chat. We drank the heavenly water. Time to maybe, just maybe, winning in the match. Is it possible? They said it could never be done. Will Sun Petty Whitey win the game of Magic? Did he scry it? Was that on top? I wish there was a thing that allowed you to remember if there was a scry on top or something. This MTGA assistant needs to have that. That's a really good idea. Any devs who somehow fumbled their way onto my stream, do that. That's good. That's cool. I know it can't block him. Scare him. Ooh, scary. Scary, scary. No. Come back here. Oh my god, he is playing. Frick, dude. I didn't realize Gruul played Phoenix of Ash in its sideboard. The light is shining on. Track that failed passage. Do it, you coward. That thing is dead before that land ETs the bee. What? Die. Die. Snakeskin Veil? If you have a Snakeskin Veil, the amount of unhappy I will be very large. Should I have forced him to crack the veil? I probably should have. I just didn't really expect it to matter. But it probably does, so. Yikes. thing happens to have a Fable Pass. Why does everything take forever with this guy? Just let it resolve, bro. There's literally nothing you can do about it, so chill. Please, good sir. If there's nothing to counter, I will cycle the land. If he plays that stupid Phoenix of Ash, not gonna counter it. You know why? Because I don't like it. It's disrespectful. Better not. You better not have an untapped land and play that thing. Yes. Yes. Yes! Do you actually have an untapped land and you just... Okay. I was gonna say, do you really have an untapped land and you just decided it wasn't gonna be a good idea to play that? Like, that's kind of weird. I don't really care about drawing more cards now, so that's why I did it before drawing, because I might have drawn a crab. It's gonna be real funny here if I draw a crab. But when you think about it, I wouldn't have drawn a crab. It actually gets really deep when you start thinking about it, because if I had cracked the Fable there and then top decked the crab, well, if I hadn't cracked the Failed Passage, I probably wouldn't have top decked the crab. So, like, you gotta think like that. This guy's got a pretty big graveyard. I don't think the Phoenix Bash is gonna exile enough cards. This is gonna be a really annoying perpetual 4-mana 3/3 that comes out of the grave. There's a light shining through the thing. Is it getting in the camera? Actually, this looks kind of cool. Okay, we're gonna keep it like that, even though it's annoying. Anything for me looking beautiful, chat. Worth it. Worth it. 100% worth it, chat. No, you're supposed to scry on top. Oh, yes. Yes. Exile my grave. Exile my graveyard. Do it, you fool. You fool. Yes. Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes, I'm all powerful now. We need lands. Because now we do this story. Just take a land here. You're welcome. Just take one of them lands there. And then we do into the story, so okay, maybe we will actually win a game. Psych, he's gonna slam a Embercleave on my face. Oh, he did finally draw him with this spell. At least we got a card out of the Dimir Rogues, right? And then we forced him to stomp, so that's cool. Alright, well, not looking so good anymore, but we still did into the story, which is pretty meaningful. 4-mana draw. It turns out 4-mana instant speed draw 4 is actually a good ability, guys. Who would have thought? Not me, I don't think. Alright, well now we have one of those Agadine's Awakenings, so that's cool. I'm gonna wait for Mr. Agadine, wherever he is. Do we trade Merfolk? No, I should have played this first. Throw. I'm throwing. Oh yeah, I'm throwing. Oh yeah, I'm throwing. Throwing. I should have played this first, even though it's kind of cool to be like, yeah, now it trades. No, I would much rather have been like, if you block, you're losing it. You know, like, you can also got another 2 cards in his yard, but whatever. We're going to hit him for a whole bunch of stuff next turn when we get this Lurus back, along with the Merfolk Wind Robber. And then maybe we'll block with a Soaring Thought Thief here, and get that back too. We will attack with them. I'm trading. You guys are rushing this thing. Perfect Agadine's Awakening. Alright, so I do believe we do. I believe that we do want to play this. this, and we're going to play one of those. Okay. Items Awakenings are kind of busted, to be honest. Okay, on the draw, we just play one less Ruin Crab. Oh, I do believe I have a Deadweight art style. I should get that switched. Alright, chat. Switch the vibe. Also, this stream, I think I've said this before, like last time I streamed, but the quality of the stream is so much lower than the quality of my actual screen. Like my screen, like my monitor runs at 4K. Native resolution is 4K. And the stream is like 1/4 of that. So I was talking with my uncle on that about that, and he said it's probably just because they limit it until you get to a higher, like, you know, level of streaming or whatever. So that's kind of sad. It's okay, guys. We'll get there. I know we will. Alright, well, at least you have this thing. So that's basically what we're going to save up for, is we're just going to hit him with this thing. Sometimes you just... Oh, that's cool. Sometimes you have to hit him with this thing, chat. This thing too strong. And we'll just Heartless Act here. I don't really need to play the Storing Thought Thief. Although, actually, it's only 3-3, so I don't really need to do anything here. So we'll get hit by the Crippling. Soaring Thought Thief. There's no way he has a Fire Prophecy. 0% chance. 0% chance. Sad. People sad. Go sad. Containing very much of the sad. Alright, so I mean, this is fine here. I will just Thieves Guild Enforcer and then hit him with a Crippling Fear. Maybe get like a 2-for-1 or something. We're not going to go for a big one because most of his spells are not... like this, look, this is a 2-for-1. And he has no extra lands, so that's actually kind of cool. Oh, he does have a land. Oh, never mind. We don't have to do that. We can just... This is what? Put 2 in his yard, put it into 5. No, we're just going to do another black here, I think. Yeah, now we have Counterspell, Removal Spell. Oh, we are taking damage, though. That's the problem. Oh, yeah, we have 2 removal spells. I'm totally fine with the Crippling Fear here. I just lost that on 1 damage, but whatever. Like, because we have, like, 3 removal spells and, like, a draw spell, I'm kind of... Yeah, look, he can't even do it. Kind of annoying that we weren't able to counter that, but... Seems these are excellent cards from his own yard. Or mine. That's fine with me, too. Maybe it's our creature. That'd be a good idea for you, actually, is to get the Storing Thought Thief, because... This? Okay. Still no land? Oh. Deadweight's cool, but... Deadweight's cool and all, but... We're not gonna have the mana for it. Alright, so he's gonna probably have to take this whole turn off just to kill our Luris, which is kind of cool. Unless he has another land off the top. Which Rule doesn't really have the mana to have lands, to be honest. Especially because he's playing Temples and, you know, Spike, Field, Cave, and Zombie Valley and stuff, so. He could have gotten a land with the Colossus and added an additional mana, but he didn't, so that's kind of weird. Alright, as long as Luris survives, I'll be fine. But even if he doesn't, that's his whole turn wasted, basically, so still good value. And we can into the story here and still hold up, or just kill something or whatever. Land? Okay, so I think we just want to go for, like, straight, just full frontal assault on him, basically. Beat him to death. While having 2 mana left. We can literally just counter his next 2 spells for the next 2 turns. While maybe even into the story. I will probably into the story next turn, to be honest. you're not very close to killing me. Bottom. We'll counter this. Like, it doesn't really matter what you do here. Get back in there. That's cool. One land in here? Okay. I was about to say, is there one land in here? Please, sir, could you spare land? Nice. Nice. Alright, we're gonna let him get a swing in. We don't really need the extra mill. That's why I didn't play this before the Wind Robber. Because we're not really gonna mill him out here. We're gonna beat him to death. With this board state, look at this. Like, we're going for a beating. Although you are gonna take a significant chunk out of your graveyard with this Ox and the Phoenix. But we'll just kill them both. I think we can still do that, right? 6 in the yard, 2 in the yard. Oh, why we have Thieves Guild? Still Thieves Guild and he just got the card, right? So 7 in the yard. Phoenix will make it 3 in the yard because he exiles 3 and gets Phoenix back to the battlefield from the yard. So 3, right? It's just fine. 3 in the yard. And if he slings, I think he's just dead on the spot. But I don't know how he... No, I think he's just dead anyway. 8. 10, 14. Yeah, you're just dead anyway. No blocks. Yeah, this is fun, man. I do believe this is lethal. Well, alright guys. Out of the bad streak, out of the frying pan and into the fire. Let's go. 97%. Alright. Let's get like 3 wins in a row. See that. Ooh, a master. Ooh, and a mythic. Quakebringer. Okay, nice. The audio wasn't there for some reason, but... Alright, that's the whole Masters thingy. And the whole pass also. Alright, let's keep trying out first place Rogues. The deck is cool. Oh, I literally forgot to change that again. My stream title, I mean, not my name. My name is gonna stay the same, I think. I don't know for sure, but pretty sure it will. I like these lightning bolt sleeves a lot. The lightning is kind of cool. Alright, Mitai 21. I don't actually know what Rogue's winning percentage is against Sultai, but I'm sure it's decent. If not, exceptional. Get a black. We don't play very many main deck counter spells, but it'll be fun. This is awkward. Having a tapped mana, tapped source on turn 1 is kind of... Because we need black anyway, right? So there's really no way to play these spells unless we pick off turn 1. I do believe it's this one should be played first. And then we'll play Heat, we'll flash and Heat, so if we have to. We are playing against Sultai. That is confirmed. Who would have thought? Also, sometimes we just mill out their win pieces. That's kind of cool. If we just randomly mill out a win con, that'd be fun. Actually, there's probably no reason not to put a Soaring Thought Thief there, judging on our hand and his mana state, right? Because he's only gonna have 3 next turn, so we can't Disdainful Stroke, right? And we can't. I mean, we could eliminate, but what the heck are we gonna eliminate? He's probably just gonna get his Yoran back. Not even okay. Maybe he has a removal spell. Or counter spell? Counter spell. Mystical Dispute or Mana. Alright, so 10. Ooh, full air transfer. I've never seen that before. Alright, so we have Disdainful Stroke and Drown the Lock. Cultivate is gonna get countered. No. I need to use this card more. Yeah, Cultivate's not resolving. Yeah, no mana for you. Okay. That's actually ideal as heck. Crack. No, get black. We need black. Land, that's cool. I mean, I still have Disdainful Stroke. Should he ever actually draw land and have a board wipe or something? This might just be a scoop from him though, because we're already in a pretty commanding lead with Soaring Thought Thief, Floris, all the big rogues, you know, all the pieces. Good draw land though. Disdainful Stroke. That thing out of here. So, got rid of that deck got rid of him for now. Wait, no. Essence Scatter is debatable. Alright. So, what we not want are Eliminates. Eliminates are useless. Maybe a Crab. I don't know. Crabs are kinda awkward. We could board out of Crabs entirely and board in the 3 Skyclave Shades, but I think Skyclave is just for mirror. I really don't know what Skyclave is for, to be honest. Skyclave seems bad when they have all their board wipes as exile, including when they can just straight up exile from yard, so we'll do this. Feels good. We're chilling now. Beat Sultai. I actually am kind of curious to see Sultai's win rate. I'll check that out after the stream, guys. Rogues v Sultai. I think Rogues is just favored. Like, it seems favored. Because you can either mill out, you know, one of their combo pieces. Maybe you mill out all their ults, or maybe you mill out, like, you know, 3 out of their 4 good ult targets, and then they're taking, like, you know, random ult cards. Or you can counter their ult, you know, because you're playing a bunch more counter spells, especially after sideboard. Or you can just beat them to death, like, or mill them out, but they have 80, which is, you know, kind of hard to mill out, but still. You can still do a whole bunch of stuff with it, so it's interesting. We're ruin crabbing first. Basically 8 cards. I mean, not basically. They 8 cards out already. Okay, and a board wipe. Show me mean business. Hit him with the 0-3. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Easy game. Does he have the cultivate this time, though? Get that Yoran back. No! Cultivate. Alright, alright. Fine. Acceptable, I guess. Only got a second blue. We milled out a Shadow's Verdict. That's cool. Nah, but we just need to hold up this Mystical Dispute either as a... I'm assuming he has a Mystical Dispute. Oh, wow, okay. That's not expected. I was assuming I just play in Mystical Dispute, but apparently not. There's probably nothing to stop us here. Like, I mean, if he has a board wipe, he has a board wipe, but maybe okay, we move like a couple ward wipes and removable spells to this point. And we'll get a card to draw off the Lucanos. Lucanos is really nice for you. That's the third Shadow's Verdict. You have 48 cards, and I milled out 3 Shadow's Verdicts and an Extinction, which means you probably have like 2 board wipes left in the entire deck, if I'm correct. Then you have to have untapped land for the Pelucanos here. And then you play Pelucanos, and I still get to hit you for a bunch of damage, you know, before you get to go to attacking me next turn with them. Or beating me with them, so. There is a land. Okay, and you are going to cast Pelucanos. Alright, so Pelucanos is a big problem, though. It's a nice mill from him. Maybe I do need to play Blink of Dust. Until now, I mean, until then, he doesn't have reach right now, so. We're just really done. We got out another ult. Hit him 4 more, although, I mean, he just fights out Strength Thoughts. Like, then what do we do? So. Probably just fights out 2 of our flyers this turn or something. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Full Haven. Oh, and then you play another land, and then you have 2 fights. I'm assuming there's not land here, right? Or just like a Woman of the Sea or something? Yeah, we do that. Combat. Alright, another ultimate is out, along with a Valky. So we've taken out ultimatum. Okay. I mean, we know what we're doing, right? We just kill it end step and then get to start doing our things. Put him on a real nice block type of effect. No, we can't do it now. If he has to land either of these turns, he will get a fight, like, as soon as he gets back to Pelucanos, so. Kind of bad. Yeah, okay, so he will get to use a fight effect. Destroy. You're gonna fight it at the Merfolk Robber, I'm assuming. I'm gonna activate this. Then I'm gonna activate this. Ooh, that's a good draw. And I'm only gonna get back you. And hope, pray that this man does not have another counterspell in there. If he has a counterspell behind this Pelucanos, he will win this game, most likely. If not, happiness will ensue. So he'll pay 6 mana, he'll have 3 held up. We're just gonna see what he holds up. If he holds up double blue, like both of his islands or something like that, it's gonna be kind of obvious, but we just have to see. We have milled through most of his deck and haven't found a single counterspell, which is either a good sign or a bad sign. Oh, we found a Mystical Dispute. This is really difficult. Oh, so there's double blue worth held up. I mean, we're doing it anyway, right? Same. Toggers. I do believe that it's going to be very difficult for him to win this game now. 2 unrevealed cards. Wow, okay. That was a nice finish to a game. Let's go, guys. 99%. Push from 77 straight to 99. It's cool. This is why this deck went for all the way up, you know, against some of the best of the best. This deck beat them, and that's just because it, you know, you draw enough cards, and with your card draw, you can win games. That's the real big helper. Is obviously Throne of Eldraine is the most broken set in like a long time. There were so many insane cards that came from that set, but one of the many was the Great Into the Story, which basically carries this deck. Oh, this is gonna be kind of awkward, but whatever. We're playing against another Sultai list, looks like, so. On the play, which is cool. Get your charm. I'm assuming it's still Sultai, they just have the one Get Your Charm. But, it's kind of awkward that we have 3 islands. Oh, wow. Wow. Well then. Looks like we might, no, I mean, we probably do want to go for the mill path, actually. There's not much we can do anymore, so. We'll play the Sorcery Speed, Chariot Land. This is a one that it's brought to now. Board wipe Battle Run. So we're just going to try and figure out where his combo pieces are. Take them out. I mean, if he has untapped land, Eliminate or Heartless Act here, that'd be cool for him, I guess. But he would have had it anyway, so. Looks like he does. Kind of obvious if you have a pathway that you put on black, right? Like. So if he scries double top, then he's gonna lose a card. But I doubt he'll scry double top, double bottom. Quite the opposite. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is cast up online. Reveal 2 very nice and powerful 2 drops. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's good for you, I guess, but I don't know if you're gonna live that long. To be honest, I do not know if you're gonna live that long, bro. It's Yorion back, looks like. I'll run over the Yorion. No, we're done that resolve. Come at me, bro. Come at me, broski. We have Drown in the Lock and Eliminate. We can deal with what, the Pelucranos that comes in 2 turns and whatever. Like, you know, we can deal with things. So let's just deal with things. Plus we have a Thieves Guild, which is kind of awkward in his hand, but we can't do that. Okay. No, Heartless Act. Ultimatum, and he is dead next turn if he doesn't force us to counter something. But I'm sure he's gonna have to force us to counter something, right? Like, that just seems like a necessity for this guy. But I mean, if he doesn't have a board wipe here, he's just dead, so. You just slam an Extinction Event, attempt to at least continue on. We can continue on our day. Although, even if you do cast Extinction Event, you're going to be kind of dead after I counter it. Because I'll hit you for 8, you'll be at 2, and I'll have a Thieves Guild that can one-shot you. And you'll be at 6, and you'll have to deal with my board, and then you'll have to be able to deal with the Thieves Guild. So you have to have, like, another Extinction Event, which can't even wipe my board. Yeah, no, you're so screwed, dude. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go back into our board what we did last time. We'll do these, and we'll board out Eliminates and a crab. Okay, we can actually board out like maybe like another 2 crabs or another like 1 crab and something else. I kind of want to board out 1 crab for 1 Cling to Dust. I think this is fine. Maybe 1 of 1 mine for another Cling to Dust, because these do have some card draw in them. Eventually, at least. They cycle, right? Which is basically the divination for 1 mana is much better. Don't get me wrong, but dealing with Pelucranos is also pretty imperative, as Pelucranos basically carried him last game. Because we move so quickly and continuously interact with him while advancing our board, which is just the ideal way to play the game. So that's why this deck is so good, and that's why just like a Pelucranos is so bad for us, because it gives him card advantage, which we're trying to take away, right? We're trying to counter his spells while getting ourselves card advantage and playing creatures. Like, we're just trying to completely control the board while also playing creatures, which makes us not really a control deck. That's our rogues, not control. But the Crippling Fear is such a nice board wipe. When they added it to the set, they must have known it was going to be played in rogues and they must have meant it to be for rogues against like the aggro decks. And this set is really tribal, right? You have a bunch of changelings and elves. Elves that could also be played in elves actually, and berserkers. Those are both black X decks that can play it. What's black white? Clerics? You can be playing clerics also. Yes, there's a color type. There's like a creature type for each. Maybe not in the set, but you know, there's blue black rogues, white black clerics, green black elves, and red black berserkers. So you got a tribe for each of the black X colors. So that's why they're just Crippling Fear is just such a nice card because it's almost always a one-sided board wipe. Even for us, although it does hit crabs. Crabs are usually useless by turn 4 anyway, or by 4 mana, by 4 lands, right? Because we do have a black land here. I do think this is keepable. As long as it doesn't kill my crab. My crab dies. That'll be a tough one. Crab dies. Plays tap land. Play another tap land, please. Don't play an untapped black source. Please don't play an untapped black source. Yeah, okay. So it just looks like an Omen of the Sea. Oh, okay. Just a spell. Alright, so cool. Whatever. We can flash out Soaring Thought Thief if we need to, but probably just end up countering a Cultivate here or something. If he cultivates, I'm countering it. Like, we're not aggro enough here to allow a cultivate to just slip through. Cultivate's too strong to be kept alive. He's too powerful to be kept alive. That's not the Jedi way. Sorry. It's kind of awkward. Alright, I'm assuming he's holding up a counter spell. Probably foretold one. So I mean, we'll just make him use it. Come on out, Mr. Counterspell. Oh, what the heck? And you have a removal spell that you foretold. It's confusing. That's confusing. Eliminates. Does he not realize what Soaring Thought Thief does? Apparently not. Whoa, that's cool. I guess it's decent against us. It just makes our aggro deck like slow down, I guess. Maybe it'll kill it. It kills Wind Robber, I guess, and 8 cards in the yard yet, but still. I think that card's as a sideboard card in general. Decent against mono red though, because it kills all the tokens and stuff. That's really nice. I guess that's what it's played for, because it beats like all the tokens and stuff. Gonna counter that. No playing, or flashing out playing here. Guess that's decent against us also. So if he lets me, I'll enter the story here, but I'll probably end up doing it sorcery speed next turn. Just, you know, if he plays something here. It just really depends on what he does. We're interacting with him rather than being really proactive. We need him to be proactive and deal with our 2/3. Right, so maybe he gets Yorion in the hand, plays a tap land, and passes. That'd be cool. Okay. Use all my mana for a turn. Okay, so he's a little stuck on lands, I think. I don't actually know for sure. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to Heartless Act the Pelucranos before it fights, making it a 3/3. And then we're going to play trades. Which is actually kind of bad. Maybe we don't want it to trade. Maybe we just play 2 Soaring Thought Thieves, so it's weak. Well, this is only 3 counters off. Now, with 3 counters off, Palukina. New flash sale. All things must go. 3 counters off, Palukina. Just play another spell. That'd be much better actually, because I can at least counter the spell, right? And then play another Soaring Thought Thief and just keep swinging. Keep on swinging. Well, we still have a mystical dispute. Dispute. That's a fire way to say dispute. Dispute. Alright, so he'll fight or counter or do whatever he's gonna do. Maybe he's a mystical dispute. Sure. Might need this mystical dispute as 3 mana to counter something that isn't blue, so that's probably not gonna get the Lurrus back. Because if we get the Lurrus back, we get 3 mana, 1 to hold up a mystical dispute on a blue spell, and 2 for a Heartless Act, which we're gonna need. So we'll just see what he plays here. Maybe we'll Castle Lockline, which will be painful, but most likely worth it. Blue-black Valky. I mean, I guess he can see it, so I'm not taking it. Can't allow ourselves to fall to 1 here. What you got? So we'll just... Wow, it's dead now. It's dead now. Alright, and then we'll hit him. Just in case I miss something. Mystical Dispute is 3. Okay, we can now play Heartless Act and a 3 mana Mystical Dispute. If we can get 3 mana Mystical Dispute away, Lucanos. Sure, it'll resolve. Now you have less mana, right? And my Mystical Dispute will make you pay an additional 3, so it's basically a counter spell. I could have Mystical Disputed this and made you. You probably just wouldn't have let it. You just wouldn't have paid 3 and, you know, board wiped me or something. So that wouldn't have been ideal. Would not have been ideal at all. So we can basically counter board wipe here. I mean, if you have a Mystical Dispute, then you're fine. But besides that, we can counter our board wipe. So there's almost nothing you can do because you need to kill both of my Soaring Thought Thieves. Or actually, we only need to kill one. I just realized because they give each other the +1/+0. So this is a little bit more fragile than I realized, but still, I don't know how. So maybe he does have, what, Extinction Event Missile Dispute? That would be just, like, ideal, I guess, for him. Binding and then Missile Dispute. I can just beat him next turn. Hold up. Yeah, no. We win because I can get Luris back, play Luris, and then cast. So look, 3 mana to get Luris back, 3 mana to get played Luris, and then black-blue cast the Thorn Copy. Okay. Back in numbers. That's ideal. Just need to make sure. Okay, 1480. Well, that's a really nice end to the video. Poggers. Let's go over to OBS here. I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by to watch the video. This was a rad performance. Ooh, let's see what we got. Alright, nothing good, but it was a fun. We lost the first one, had a bad mindset. We lost the first game of the second one, and then we just flipped over our mindset, and that is the power of changing your mindset, chat. You need to stop thinking about what's going wrong and start thinking about what's going right. Also, maybe my luck changed a little bit, but it's more about the mindset where you just you start focusing on what's bad, and when you do that, you've already lost. So you need to pay attention to what's going on that's good, ignore some of the bad as long as it doesn't really affect your gameplay, and yeah, that is the product of it. We won 3 straight and got back into numbers. We're going to be pushing farther right now, but I'm going to end the video here because videos shouldn't really be more than an hour, to be honest. Having watched many videos. Alright, I just want to say thank you guys for stopping by, and peace. Mwah.